Try that again, right? That should be Trail Camera Tuesday Live. All right, we'll see if that works. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing audio 1, 2, 3. All right, that's working. That's working. That's working. All right. That's a running deer. Oh, there's a deer there too. Ooh, that deer's got antlers. Okay, interesting. Testing 1, 2, 3. I need to be playing some music, I think, as well. Let's go here. Good evening. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. First Trail Camera Tuesday of the year. I am very excited to share with you guys what we got going on and everything that everyone sent to us. Spotify, let's do this. Let's go like this. Search. Copyright. Works for me. I mean, I don't know how this will go. Let's turn this way down. Like this. All right, hopefully there's a little bit of music. Oh, I cannot wait for hunting season. Right now, it's obviously, I can't wait. I'm doing Trail Camera Tuesday earlier than I ever have before, so I am quite excited. It's crazy up here in Wisconsin. I'm not sure where you are. Well, the deer have already started to lose their velvet. Like, the amount of hardhorn bucks I see already is insane. Like, usually it's opening weekend and we're wondering if we're gonna get a chance at a velvet buck, and instead they're all already being hardhorned before even, I mean, tomorrow, September 1st, but before September. So that's pretty crazy. But just gonna hang out for a minute, wait for people to get in here. I didn't have any pre-warning that I was doing this. There was no post or anything, so I'm gonna give people a while to file in and say hi. Make sure you're saying hi in the chat. What do we got here? Okay. September 18th in Wisconsin, I believe, is the right date. Let's see. Yeah, September 18th is our first day of Wisconsin bow season, and I am looking very forward to going and sitting in the stand that weekend. As of right now, the weather's looking good and cool all the way up until that point, so hopefully we can get on one. I only have one buck I'm willing to shoot on camera, so hopefully he shows up. Yeah, September 18th is correct. I need to do this in the chat quick. Ooh. Oh, that's not put out the front. I gotta figure out how to stream again. It's been so long. All right, let's see. Shift. We gotta get this going. I want to pin this message so everyone can see it. Okay, like that. I might as well just leave these on while I stream. It's gonna look a little silly, but that way I can make sure there is actually music playing. It's quiet, so we're good there. Let's see, what else can I do in the meantime? How's everyone else doing out there? Who else is excited for... Ooh, I can just do this. All the things you can do. God, this keyboard is so small. There we go. Where does that put that? I don't know how to view what I just did. All right, hope you guys can see. Ah, there it is. Cool. Yep. All right. What else we got going on? This screen is just for waiting for everyone, getting the files pulled up and organized, and showing some past highlights. So we're just getting set up. It's the first time I've streamed in a very long time, but internet upgrades came through for us this year. Very excited. Hopefully everything sounds good and is streaming quality is good. I can bump everything up a little bit, but we'll see once we start getting into it. Just wait for a couple more people to pop in, and we will get this show on the road. Close this. Make sure you guys are saying hi in the chat. Say, make sure you're... Make sure to say hi in the chat when you get here. That way I know you're here and I can say hi and we can start doing some trail camera photos. I am super pumped for hunting season this year. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Now we're getting to see the usual faces. It's glad to see you all again. It's been so long since I've been able to talk to everybody. So welcome, Kenny. Welcome. What is that? Hold on, there's something going on in my headset. Okay. I shoot a PSE Bow Madness 32. It's a couple years old at this point, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love how the grip feels on that PSE, and the back wall is real solid, so big fan of it. We got Marilyn I don't remember what hers is. PSE something last year. It's one of the super expandable bows, so you can go from like 10-pound draw to 60-pound draw. Really like that bow too. Just love the grips on the PSEs. Held a few Hoyts, held a few Matthews, shot them. Just not a fan of the grip on them. You know, it is what it is. Why am I not going to see any trail camera photos from you this year, bud? It's unfortunate. Let's see. We can at least... We'll get off this screen now. We'll go ahead and get this opened up here. Get our new screen opened up. As far as we go, give you guys an update. We only have one shooter buck on camera, but we're ahead of schedule because last year and the year before, we didn't have shooter bucks on camera until middle of September. Like it was the first card pull, like before the season or just after the season started, we'd get our first shooters. And this year we already have one on camera, so I am very excited. Our food plots on the new part of the property are coming in so incredibly well. That gets me fired up as well. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. You know, I've always wanted to, you know, split land with another landowner and stuff, but I've always wanted to try to avoid that kind of situation. So I've always just stuck to close friends, public land, or any chunk of property that a family member owns is the only way that I can do it. But I had some really bad experiences on public land last year, so I feel you. I see, I understand where you're coming from. If you don't mind me asking where you're from, that you gotta, I guess I shouldn't say that you have to use a 12 gauge, but you don't have to tell me exactly where, just state or region. I guess I could do this. We can start with a few of my videos from this year. We got a couple of these guys running around this year, which is not oh yes, Minnesota. So you have to be what, like north of highway something or another to shoot a rifle. Yeah, I don't hunt Minnesota for a couple reasons, and that's one of them. Also, you can't carry a pistol with you if you're bow hunting in Minnesota without a concealed carry. It's kind of annoying too, but there's a few reasons. So I just stick with where I grew up, in Wisconsin, where I know all the rules and regulations. But I know a lot of people that do the shotgun zones for sure. A lot of success too. See, I can end this now. I gotta figure out how to do all this yet. I want to get fancy with the streaming stuff here. Yeah, so we got a few of these running around. I think we counted 3 different ones this year. That's one of the bigger ones there. I don't know if I have the file of the really big one. Let's do this. Let me get to it quick. Let me go here, and I gotta go back to this so I can open this. 1 second, I will get what I want it pulled up here. This one, download. Yeah, sure, whatever. Put them in that folder. Extract here. Okay. Close this again. Go back to the chat here. So yeah, we got a few of these running around this year, which is not cool. This little guy, the second one. So we saw the first one, he was about a scrape post. He's pretty big, not giant. This little guy who, I mean, this gotta be his first year off his mama. And then we got this guy roaming around. So not cool. Not cool at all. This, like, bears don't scare me in general. I know they can smell me. They're gone way while you're walking in the woods. It's hard to sneak up on a bear. However, I'm just afraid of running into those, like a mama and cubs, because that's when things get iffy. Not a fan of that. So what else? You know, I pulled like 4 weeks of cards at this point, and this is all we got on my property. It's just a couple of does, a whole lot of fawns. Oh man, we had about a week of these. I think their babies couldn't fly or something, and they were just walking around the property all day, every day. Oh my god, there's just cameras going off constantly. Every time I'd open my phone, like, yes, oh, it's just a bird. Like, all the cell cams going off and stuff. It was very interesting. But yeah, this is it. If you want a snapshot of my property right now, this is what you got. Does, birds. This is an older file pull. The one from this week is still on my other computer, so we can't get to it, but there's nothing to really show. We got 1 buck. Look at him. Look how fluffy that thing is. Oh, very well. I'm not positive on where Camp Douglas is. But yeah, this is a quick view of what we got going on our property. There's that bear again. One of them. Not sure which one. Just crazy. I don't know what was on this one. Oh yeah, there was nothing on this one. Whole lot of weeds. That was a bad camera placement. I think this one was just a lot of does and fawns as well. But this is a very good snapshot of what I got going on. So today is going to be all about you guys, and if you haven't already, submit your photos to SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. I put them all in one big folder. They're completely anonymous, so you don't have to worry about someone being like, "Oh, that's my neighbor's buck. Let me get after it." Things like that. I know how some people can be about their deer, but so I keep it anonymous here. I keep it. I don't have any names, locations, nothing like that. You guys send it to the email. I download them, put them in a big folder, and then we just click through them together and see what people got going on out there. If you recognize your photo or video, you can absolutely comment in the comment section, and we can talk about it, talk directly to you, and that'll cover everything. I need to get no. Whoops. Oh, I almost messed up already. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know how this works. Yeah, there's nothing worse than disputes with owners. Disputes with anyone. It can be very frustrating. I can totally understand that. It's unfortunate. But there is tons of public land in Wisconsin, and there's tons of good little chunks that most people overlook that you can find that if you got too big of an itch, you can go throw a camera out or, just throw a stand up for a day and sit in. The chunk that I used to hunt all the time that I had a bad experience on last year, I mean, the amount of times I could have just hang and hunted out there and been successful is a lot. I mean, I chose to leave stands out there, and I didn't lock them to the tree and stuff. It ended up biting me, but the day that I did do a hang and hunt out there is the one that I put on my wall. I shot my biggest buck that day, my first buck with my bow. But anyway, that is it for our property. Like, there's nothing to share. All does, fawns, lots of does and fawns, so I'm excited about that. But let's just get into the viewer submitted ones, because that's what we're all here for. They're all bigger than the bucks that I ever get on camera. And we're gonna start with this guy here, and man, we're gonna start off with some good ones. I mean, you guys don't send little ones, so but these are some good ones. Oh, has he got a drop tine, or is it just a pixelated photo? That's something I would like the HD photo of for sure. That one looks big. Is that a split? Yeah, split brows. Probably on both sides, it looks like. That is a great looking buck there. From the Cell Link, if you guys haven't already, the Cell Links, I still love them. I'm on my 3rd year of using them. If you have 5 or 6 cameras already and you want to use one as a cell cam, those Cell Links are awesome. Obviously, you can see like this one. This is a straight rip non-HD, so this is the quality you initially get from the Cell Links, depending on how good your camera is at base level, is how good of an image you're going to get through, because it's going to compress it. So if you start with a really high quality image and it compresses it, it won't look terrible. But if you take like a subpar picture to begin with and it compresses it, it can get pretty pixelated. However, the originals are always saved on the card. Even if you delete them off the app, they're saved on the card. And then you can always request the HD photos. That costs extra money, but regardless, I've been running all 5 of mine on the free plan already, or 4 of mine on the free plan this year so far, since I had them out. Haven't gone over the 100 photos a month. So for completely free, I'm using Cell Links. I love that SpyPoint does that. I'm literally selling my Moultrie modem and camera on Facebook right now, because even to try to use it, you have to pay. You can't just put it out and test it, things like that. So I'm a big supporter of Spy Point, but I will admit they're not the best quality as far as image-wise goes. They're not the best out there, but the fact that you can run them for free is absolutely incredible. Absolutely love it. But anyway, great looking buck. He's pretty tall. It's an interesting photo. The one thing about pictures or like seeing bucks from this angle, my God, do they look so much bigger than they are. This is a good buck, regardless. He is tall. I mean, you can tell how tall that tine is, regardless of the angle. But there are times where when a deer is like walking away from you after you made the decision to pass it up and the rack is there, you're just like, what did I do? But, angles are everything. There's a couple of good ones. 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one's bigger? Wonder which one is... Oh, did he just turn his head? Was that the same buck? Crazy. He's got really good width. Does he have... No nubs in the bottom there. Great looking buck. There's a couple of studs. The bachelor groups around here, I drove around 3 times at evening time frame looking for bachelor groups and didn't really see any big ones this year. There's been, we have photos of deer in fields from last year, groups of 5 or 6, and they're all 3.5, 4-year-olds, just giants hanging out together. This year we haven't seen that. So, and like I said earlier, I don't know if you guys are here or not. There's a lot of new people in the stream at the moment. Here in Wisconsin, the amount of hard-horned deer we have is insane. It's not even September and they've lost their velvet. That's insane to me. So there's something going on here in Wisconsin, whether it was the drought, because we went quite a bit without rain, and then we'd get like pockets of rain for days at a time, and it's been pretty cool every single night for like a month now. I don't know. It's been crazy. Everything's been crazy around here, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this season goes. Anyway, here's another one everyone's looking for, those Tacticam reveals. But look at that guy. Holy crap. What you doing? Oh. What a good looking buck there. Holy crap. I wish I could tell more of what was happening, but that's a good looking buck for sure. Oh, this is one of the bachelor groups too. Holy crap. There's a couple of studs. Oh, that's a great looking buck right there. Fantastic looking buck. And these are obviously pictures. It looks like a golf course. I wonder if it's a golf course. Or if it's just, someone edging their yard nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a great looking buck right there. Oh, absolutely. I would mount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 5. What's crazy is look how small that deer looks. I suppose that makes sense. I didn't think about how good the spring was. I didn't go back that far. And like when I was thinking about it, I didn't go back that far. That makes perfect sense. The antlers started coming in earlier. Good call. So this is why we gotta do these things live, so that you guys can teach me how to be an outdoorsman, because I kind of suck at it apparently. Yeah, 5 out of 5. I'd hang these. I only have one on my wall. If I shoot one the same size or bigger, it's going on the wall again. Look at it, there's just antlers everywhere here. Bachelor groups. So cool to see. There we go, back to... Man, that's a crazy brow tine. He might have a sticker there. It could just be a shadow. Another great looking deer. What else we got? I hunt northwestern Wisconsin. Pretty much, where I grew up. So I know the lands. I know where all the public land is. I know how to hunt there. There's a lot of places that the The cool part about where I hunt is you can get a little bit of everything. Go a little more south, you get into the rolling hills, wide open fields, eggland, pockets of trees. You got to hunt that a certain way. You can go north, just like an hour north, and you're in just like the hard woods, timber, big timber areas, and you got to try to find those ridges and acorn areas and browse that the deer are going to be after. And then you know, right in the middle area, you have a mix of everything. It is a very interesting place to hunt, because you can get so many different, you know, types of land to hunt. Swamp land everywhere you can get into, but regardless, grew up there in northwestern Wisconsin, hunted there my whole life, so just understanding the rules, laws, regulations, how the land is, you know, the deer sizes, all of that, it comes with why I kind of gravitate there to do all my hunting. It's where I'm comfortable. Sooner or later, I'm going to branch out. You know, I've been invited to other states and things. I would love to do an early season North Dakota hunt. That would be really interesting to me. You know, the wide open plains, maybe get on like some stalking on some deer, because that is where I truly struggle when it comes to hunting whitetail, is is stalking. Like I can still hunt, you know, walk 10 yards, sit in place for 20 minutes, nothing moves, you know, keep moving, getting into the certain locations. Kind of both of you. Kenny, I was talking to you about the deer, you know, shedding their velvet early because of the great spring we had. And then Angie or Ange May 82, they asked where I hunt, and now I'm on a tangent. But anyway, we'll keep going here. Another good looking buck there. Let's see, can we keep going here? Yeah, that is a giant. What else we got going on? Oh, yeah, look at that. We got points coming everywhere. That's a good looking buck. Solid deer. But yeah, I would love to branch out and go other places and hunt and get new experiences. But for now, stick with my comfortable hunting, knowing how to do it. You just get better at it. Let's see. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, yeah, here you go. 830. Hard-horned. It's a good looking buck right there. I wonder if the next picture him again? No, it is not. What else we got? A little guy. What else we got? Wow, that's a wide deer. The flash is a little too bright. You can't quite tell what's going on, but that is that's a solid buck right there. Oh man. Yeah, the only buck I have on camera, I don't have it anywhere where I can share with you guys. He just shed his velvet today or yesterday. His horns are, you know, some of that velvet's still hanging on there. So that's really cool too. You know, I don't know if I ever want to shoot a velvet buck at this point either. Like, you know, I know that's a big draw for people going to, you know, early seasons in like North Dakota, things like that, is get after some velvet deer. Do any of you, are any of you after that velvet buck? Or are you still just okay with just hard-horned deer? I can see the draw to it, but I'm not one for that wants to chase that quite yet. Oh, there's another good one. Another good one. You know, I'm not too picky when it comes to killing deer. You know, I'm gonna do a video here shortly, talking about the upcoming season, our plans, you know, ambitions, goals, things like that. And my goals aren't, you know, that crazy. They aren't, you know, I'm not looking to shoot a 200 class buck. I'm just out trying to shoot the biggest one we have on camera. You know, that's just my goal. You can't shoot a 5-year-old buck if they're not anywhere near your property. You know, things like that. So it is what it is. But we'll go over that. You have to look out for that video. It'll be coming at the end of the debrief series, talking about the upcoming season. But another good looking buck there. Man, that's a good looking deer. What else we got? Just a food plot. I am quite jealous of this spot. Really like how this lays out in here. Hopefully you were able to get some plants to grow. This year we had a huge problem with everything we're planting is just getting ate up. Tried to plant some corn here late season just for cover to walk in and out of our property on, and a whole bunch of that was getting ate off before it could grow. All our buckwheat that we planted for our food plots in the spring, every chunk of that got ate off as soon as it got to about a foot tall, and killed it. So that kind of sucked. But so far, you know, 30-ish days is our brassica's looking great. All our brassica blends, they're growing way better than I expected. Oh God, yeah. I mean, a 130. If I saw a 130 walk past me, I'd be losing my mind. And that you know, that's not that big in the grand scheme of things. But you know, my biggest buck on the wall right now is maybe just over 100. So 130 would be a buck of a lifetime for me. So that's all I'm looking for. You know, I'm not even trying to get into the trophy class. You know, I just want to shoot a big one. That's looking good. That food plot's looking great. You're gonna pop that thing on the ceiling. I'm just gonna ignore a dinosaur walking past. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. That's a great looking buck. I mean, every single deer that you guys send me, I mean, in a very rare instance, would I not shoot it? That's where I'm at. You know, if it's got 8 points, I'm getting an itchy trigger finger. But that's a good looking buck there too. This place looks familiar. I'm assuming this is someone that has sent in a lot of photos before. Oh yeah, look at these. There's some antlers back there. Little guy there. That's a good one. On the trophy rock. I think that's a trophy rock. Looks like a trophy rock. Oh, he's interesting. I also very much prefer a buck with character over a perfectly symmetrical buck. If I can shoot a 6-pointer that's got a drop tine hanging out the side, I'd take that over a 10-pointer any day of the week, you know, if they're about the same size. Interesting deer there. It'd be interesting to see what this buck looks like if it survives a year or two, if it'll just keep going here with all those crazy points, or if it'll even survive. What else we got? Oh, another interesting buck on the opposite side. That's just one big point. Is there another point hiding behind there? That's crazy. Look at the mass on that deer, though. The mass on those antlers, like obviously it's in velvet, so it looks a little heftier than it would, but damn. What else we got? Oh, that's that interesting buck again. Is that like how weird? It's like its base grew another base. That is a weird looking buck, man. You got a couple of weird ones out there. Whoever sent this in. Because that one too has got one long point on that side and a normal. Very interesting. That's a great looking buck that's on. You're very sneaky and quiet in that thing. That's a good looking buck there for sure. What else we got? Oh, there's a good. I think that's the first one that was on here, but it, you know, they tilt their head that little bit. Just looks massive. Oh yeah, look at that buck. That thing's huge. I think that buck is much bigger than it looks. see that thing, I'm gonna be shaking so hard I'm gonna fall out of the tree stand and I don't walk by. What in the... What? Did I already see... No. Look how long that is. That's 2 feet off the top of his head. That's insane, man. Absolutely insane deer. Jesus, just look at that. Take it all in. Absolutely massive. The height on these antlers is insane. All of these bucks, the height on him is insane. That's just crazy. I can't even. Oh, what did I get here? This is my video? Oh, this is my video. Oh, that was it. That was it for user submissions as well. Let me quick check to see if I have those other files on here. Let's just go back to this other screen for a quick second. You guys can see while I click around here. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you send any and all of your trail camera photos, videos, whatever you find interesting you want to share to SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. It is, we do it anonymously, so you won't, unless you want to talk about your deer or what you sent in the chat, no one's going to know who sent it, where it's from, things like that. So make sure to send them, once again, to SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. It's the best place to send it. What else we got here? There was one other thing. That's an old photo now, though. This is a couple weeks old. We'll share it anyways. Save that in there. Dinosaur, yeah. You never know what you're going to get on Trail Camera Tuesday. An extinct species is going to show up or not. All right, we got 2 more things to share here. Oh, all right, we can minimize that. We can... yeah, we can go back to... All right, let's go back to the screen for a second. All right, so this is 2 weeks old at this point. This is a first-year plot, and every one of these is brassica coming up through. Our other 2 plots that we, been established for 3 years, they don't look nearly as good as this one. Now, obviously, there's still some dead weeds. There's still some grasses just growing in there. But for the most part, a first-year plot looking this good. And on the new property, we're going to have a tree stand right here in the corner. I am just so excited to see what this looks like in November. In, October, November timeframe. That is what I am looking forward to most. Well, if you're going to hunt a dinosaur, you definitely need a big enough weapon. And a time machine, usually. But, yeah. The new chunk of property I'm very excited about. And then we got, this is our only buck. And this is what I'm talking about. Shedding his velvet. And this is a very young deer, which is crazy to me. So, personally, for me, if I'm out there by myself, this is going to be very hard to pull the trigger on. If the dinosaur behind me has her bow with, he's getting shot. If walks past my dad, getting shot. They both need their first bucks with a bow, and this size buck goes on the wall. Like, you can't pass this buck up. Me, I'm being very picky. I was picky for 12 years before I shot my first buck with a bow. I mean, I say I was picky, but it wasn't like I was passing up bucks like this. I barely ever saw bucks. You're very loud in that thing.
Sorry.
Watch out for the meteor. So I say I was being picky, but I mean, I never had a buck like this in range. But now that I have one on the wall, I've shot one with my bow. I just absolutely enjoy being in the tree stand. So we'll see. You never know. When the time comes and you draw back on something, you just never really know what you're going to do. But this is the only buck we have on camera. He's only been on there once, and it was when he was shedding. So who knows? Maybe he's, checking out some fall ranges at the moment and he'll be around. But like I said, this is what I'm most excited for because this year is going so well. My goal for my food plots is always end of October, November, after first snowfall. Is it still green? Is it the food source they're coming for? And I've talked about that in all my food plot videos and stuff. So regardless, unless you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, once again, make sure to send any photos or videos you guys want to share to SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. It'll be in the description. It isn't right now, I don't think. I'll put it in the description after I end the stream here. As well as make sure if you guys have any success photos or if you have anything to share, send it to SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. Last year we had some youth hunters shooting guns and stuff. Like, share whatever you can at SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. Make sure you're subscribed on all the social networks. I post when I'm out in the woods doing stuff like on the daily basis, like when I go work on these food plots and stuff. I post to Instagram a lot because it's so easy to just pull the phone out and you can post it within seconds. So make sure you follow me there if you want to see stuff that I'm doing on the regular. But regardless, this is where I'm gonna leave you guys. The first Trail Camera Tuesday. We're live again this year. It'll probably be every other Tuesday though, because every other Tuesday I have to work late on Tuesday, so I don't get home till 10 o'clock at night. So every other Tuesday until I'm done hunting, we'll be doing Trail Camera Tuesdays live. We never know what you're going to get. You might get dinosaurs in the background. We might bring other people in to stream with and look at photos together, things like that. So I appreciate all of you being here. And with all of that said, this is where I leave you guys. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you on the trail camera. Take it easy, guys.